welcome to Limestone County Sports, getting closer to football season, and we've got a very familiar name in Limestone County in the show today, Coach Jimmy Don Nave. Welcome to the show,
Yes,
Coach.
sir.
You doing
yes,
all right?
Sir. Doing good.
If you know Mr. Nave or been in Limestone County for any length of time, you know that he's coached a lot of things in our area down at Tanner for a little while. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But if you don't know, Coach, kind of just tell us, born and raised in Limestone County?
Yes, sir. I was been here my whole life and graduated Clemens High School.
Clements, Colt.
Clemens, Colt.
Do you mind telling us what year that was?
75.
You graduated from Clements High School in 1975, and this is going to make you feel real old. The same year I was born.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Play ball down there?
I did. I was fortunate to come along. We had Bill Graham was my coach as a 10th grader.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to that, Johnny Black. And then my 10th grade year, we were loaded, had a lot of athletes.
Mm-hmm.
And but I graduated. As a 10th grader, I played center.
Yeah.
And I don't know, apparently the coach was paying attention, but I ended up being an all-state running back.
All-state running back. What years was that?
That would have been 74.
Okay.
All football season, 74.
Yes, that would have been your last season as a
Right.
senior in 74. Got any stats from that year, like yardage, anything like that?
I had 1,480.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I threw for 8 touchdown passes on the halfback pass.
Really? So whoever was doing the play calling was doing you some favors.
Well,
Did you have more TD passes than the quarterback?
Yes.
That's awesome.
But, the thing was, and we were played first game was Limestone, and it was about hot as it is right now, it seemed like.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach Johnson gave me the ball like 10 times in a row.
Yeah.
I couldn't breathe. And David Reynolds was quarterback. And there were some good guys. I had a good offensive line. I couldn't have done what I did.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, he called my number again. I said, David. He said, shut up. You're going to have to run it. Coach Johnson called it. And I said, okay. Well, but then you know how you get your second win, and it's off and going.
Yeah. So I would say you might have been toting the ball maybe 30 times a game.
I told it 25, I think, was the most ever, 26.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Not too bad.
Not bad.
That'll run your stats up pretty good.
Yeah, it will.
Got a average yards per carry, anything like that?
I don't, but there was a couple of games that I'd play just a half.
Yeah, good. So did you guys make playoffs, anything like that?
Did not. We were fortunate to be in the class, be in the same region with Town Creek.
Would that have been Town Creek, Cortland? Would that Cortland? Right. Yeah, they would.
Yeah, they were in it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was been a tough region there, buddy, or area.
And played Lauderdale County.
Great.
They were in it. So we were, pretty stacked up.
Yeah, as stacked as you were, still couldn't get out of the regular season.
No.
That's crazy. Well, no, back in those days, it was only top 2 teams, too, right. I'm assuming.
Right.
And so you're already up against Hazelwood, Town Creek, Lauderdale County, and whoever else is in there, and only 2 teams is going.
That's right.
Yeah. See, now there's, 4 teams go, and some of those regions are 6 teams, and so 4 of the 6 teams are making it the first round of playoffs.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's right.
Awesome. So after high school, did you head off to college?
I did. I went to Calhoun, went up to Athens, played a year of baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I was
so multi-sport star, I assume, down at Clements.
Ran track.
Yeah.
Also, but I was lucky enough to play on the same college team with Gary Rittis.
Really? That's sweet.
And Gary and I have been friends since, I don't know, we 10 years old because we played against each other. Little League baseball, Pony League, whatever you called it then,
Mm-hmm. Well, hey, that's a pretty good story. A side note to that, my mom went to Tanner, and so, my dad did too. A lot of kinfolks down that way, still a lot of kinfolks down that way. And I think she was in the same class with Gary. And, of course, she was, telling her, young son about this MLB player, and man, I had every Gary Redis baseball card known to mankind. And of course, that was 40 years ago, 35 years ago.
Oh yeah, and Gary was a great athlete. He had an offer to play football at Troy, and I remember we were playing them. I don't know who they played, but we were watching the film. They were on their own too.
Yeah.
Coach ran a quick pitch to him, and he ran 98 yards, touchdown.
Really? It's pretty good.
Quick pitch in the end zone.
Yeah. Now, so Gary played college ball at Athens State, or
yes, he did,
and then went to MLB out of Athens State.
Cincinnati Reds. Yes.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. All right, you get to college, play a little college baseball. I guess you're pursuing a degree in education at that time.
Athens.
And then you get done playing ball and get done with college, get that degree. Where do you go from there?
Well, there was proration in education when I got my degree in 79. Mm-hmm. And so I had to have something to do, so I had another job in the auto parts business.
Yeah.
And so Johnny Black came. He become the principal at Tanner, and he come got me. And my first 2 years, I was an assistant coach under Jim Ezel.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was there for 12, and then I went to Hazel Green.
Yeah, you had a pretty good run down there at Tanner. I think you was there from 89 to 96.
Right. I
was just looking on one of the websites that I get a lot of statistics, high school, Alabama State High School statistics, that it's AHSFHS.com. Or no, .org, I'm sorry. Anyway, it's got you on there at 59 and 30 at Tanner. Which I think, looking through the statistics of every other coach at Tanner, has got you as the second winningest coach in Tanner history, only behind the great LaRon White.
Yes. Mm-hmm. LaRon came in, and it's they have athletes, and just like any school, every now and again you'll have a big drop off, and then it doesn't take long for them to rebound.
Yep. Now, you guys had some pretty good teams in that run down there at Tanner in those years.
We did. We had one really bad year. And
that would have been, I'm assuming that would have been 1992.
We were over.
The reason I know that year, I was a senior that year at Elkmont, and the last game of y'all's season was at Tanner. And we had already, the last time we was at Tanner, my 10th grade year, y'all smoked us. And I remember me and you've already had this discussion already, but I remember as close to the end of the game, we're getting smoked. They put me in at free safety. I'm 5'7", 100 pounds wet. Get in a couple snaps on defense, free safety, and some kid by the last name of McWilliams, that's all I know, that's all I remember, come running right through the line, middle of the line, and run over me like a freight train. And I'm pretty sure the only thing I remember was him stepping on my chest as he made his way into the end zone. Well, and that was in my 10th grade year, so that would have been 1990. Had a pretty good run there.
Well, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. He did a lot of people that way. That kid had offers from Mississippi State as a fullback, and
yeah,
he was a big boy. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say that year y'all were 8-2.
Right.
Yeah. And then the only lone year you didn't, have a good season was that 92 year. But other than that, you had some 13-1, 11-2, 9-2. The last 3 years last 3 years, 94, 95, 96. Some pretty good runs there, Coach.
Well, we had, I knew I had a really good group of ninth graders.
Yeah.
And about midway through that 92 season, I brought them all up.
Yeah.
When they finished their
Would that class had any of them Hines boys?
All three of them.
Yeah. Them names very synonymous with athletics at Tanner in the early 90s. Blue, Boss, was it Rooster?
That's it.
Them boys could go.
They could play.
Mm-hmm.
They really could.
Yeah, and that was and your last year there was 96, is that correct?
Correct.
And then you took a few years off. What was you doing in the off years?
I was a defense coordinator. That's when
okay.
Mike went to Hazel Green, and he taught me in coming up there.
Gotcha. So you just took a break from head coach.
Right.
Went to Hazel Green as a defensive coordinator.
Right.
And then you ended up head coach at Hazel Green in 2000.
Right.
And had a few good seasons there too. Went to playoffs in 2004.
Right.
We've already mentioned some names from Tanner. Any names that might be familiar in this area from Hazel Green during your time there?
Well, there was Keith Henderson.
Mm-hmm.
Is a longtime coach over in Madison. His nephew was a quarterback.
Yeah.
One of those on a good team.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't. And there were sets of twins up there. I had the youngest set, the Lucas twins. They were really good. They ended up going and playing at a college in Texas.
Yeah.
Is it Houston? What is it?
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
I think there was. It's two names, like a man's name. I can't remember.
Sam Thomas, maybe.
Sam Houston.
Yes, that's it. Think so.
They wouldn't play there. So
Gotcha.
they're pretty good athletes.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's the Hazel Green, they move up in classification so much. This year they'll be 5A, next year 6A, and
right.
So.
Yeah, even looking at the schedule there, they were 6A, 6A. The next 2 years they were 5A, 5A, then went back to 6A while you were there. So you were changing classifications every time they reclassified. You guys went up or down.
Yeah, we did. For real.
All right, you had another break in head coaching after that. Would you call yourself after Hazel Green? Would you have considered yourself retired from coaching, or was you just doing some other things instead of head coaching?
No, I wanted to continue to coach, but I didn't want the head coach.
Yeah,
I wanted to coach a position.
Yeah,
and it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Parker gave me the same Mr. Parker that's our headmaster at Lindsay Lane.
Robbie Parker.
Yes, sir. Gave me an opportunity, and it was good. I was over there for 6 years.
At Whitesburg? Or
Bob Jones.
Okay, that was when Robbie was in.
He was the superintendent. I mean, no.
He was principal.
Yes, principal.
At Bob Jones. That would have been before he was superintendent, right?
That's right.
And then you end up head coaching again, I'm assuming with Robbie again.
Yes.
At Whitesburg in 21, 22, 23.
That's right. He gave me an opportunity at Bob Jones in which I still had a job at Hazel Green.
Yeah.
And when he called and said he had a position as a linebacker coach, and I said, I'll take it. And in that period of time, I had probably, I know if I was trying to think of it a little while ago, probably 4 D1 linebackers. I mean, we went through a spell right in that period because James Clemens hadn't opened.
Yeah.
And there were some athletes there.
Yeah. That's awesome. So at Whitesburg, you got there in 21. Was that a first-year program in 21?
They had played one season.
Okay, so you're coming on second season of varsity football in 21.
Right.
And let's see, second year is pretty good. It's 5-5. Second year.
We had a group of kids that were pretty good. We were fortunate enough to get to play all those teams over on the mountain.
Yeah.
You go play Fife and Pisgah, and those teams over there, they'll get your attention in a hurry.
Yeah, Fife plays a little smash mouth football. If anybody is unaware of the name Fife football, you may want to Google that.
Yeah, please do.
and see if they've won a few football games.
Yes. And, they had the Anderson kid.
When it went to Alabama?
Clemson.
Oh, that's right. Just a few years ago.
Last year.
Yeah.
And I think he's in line to play a lot as freshman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty good baller.
The last time I saw
him. At a 5-2A, so yeah, a pretty good baller at a small school in Alabama.
Yes.
5-star.
The last time I saw him is I looked out and I could see him running down the sideline was his jersey number.
Yeah, that's all you could see.
That's it.
And if you blinked, it was gone.
Gone.
All right, Coach. Was you coaching anything in 24 this past season?
No.
And back at it here at Lindsay Lane Christian Academy. For those of you listening who may not know, Lindsay Lane has been playing a little football for quite a while. I've kind of been, obviously, I got saved here at Lindsay Lane Baptist Church about 18 years ago, so I'm kind of familiar with the history and stuff. And so I remember them playing some 7-on-7. That would have been probably 10, 12 years ago. They played some of that down at Camp Helen. That's really kind of the only place they had to play. Have a few teams come in. I think they go to a few locations. Had a recreational, like Saturday morning football that everybody kind of plays in the county. Was in some of those leagues trying to, get some kids filtering into the school program. Had some success with that. And then was supposed to go varsity, I think, 3 years ago.
Right.
And just didn't have the numbers to do it.
Right.
And last year, I'm just speaking from experience. I know last year they came up to Ardmore to play a middle school and a JV game. Obviously, don't have a varsity program at that time, so they're just playing middle school and JV. Right. JV numbers were still a little limited, maybe 17, 18 kids out there. But the middle school numbers looked pretty good. Middle school, for a middle school team of that size, looked like they were dressing, 20, 25 kids. Right. And so we'll still be playing junior varsity here in just a few weeks. And then the plan is Lindsay Lane Christian Academy will be playing Friday Night Lights varsity football come fall of 26. Is that correct?
Correct.
And
we have, I think there was 15 or 16 players last year.
On the JV?
Right. And we will begin the season with 30.
Nice. That's just JV?
Just JV.
Are you filling the middle school team too?
Got 25 kids on it. 25
middle school and 30 JV. Dude, that's a pretty big jump.
And for the most part, it's been all right this summer. I haven't pushed or pressed anything a lot. I mean, I'm trying to get them out of the JV mode.
Right.
And because it's quite a difference.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll begin practice on Monday, and there's some athletic kids. They just we got a lot of learning to do.
Right. Well, I know last year when I seen them play, they were competitive in all the games that they played. Won a lot of games, and exactly what you're saying though. It's big jump from playing on Monday, Tuesday night to Friday night.
Right, and the thing we're having, and I think it's good for us. We have to play big schools that have the numbers that can have a JV. Yeah. There's not a handful of 2A schools around here that has a JV.
Yeah.
So,
any of those, 1A, 2A schools, right. You may be the only one in this area that I'm aware of. Tanner have a JV?
No.
Yeah, they had a middle school, I think.
They got a middle school.
Yeah.
But, and if our numbers continue to grow, which I expect it to, I'm not so sure that we won't have a JV next year.
Right.
Because I want all of them to play.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime you can do that,
right.
They're getting snaps, getting experience, whether middle school, JV, varsity. Right. That's going to help them in the long run.
Right.
That's awesome, Coach. I know just for the current, they'll reclassify in December again, what the state does every 2 years, especially for the fall sports. They'll reclassify. Everybody will kind of know what area they're in, a region, and you can, I guess, can you even, I don't even guess you can even start scheduling for 26 before then, right? Because you wouldn't know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
That you're kind of behind the 8 ball there, but we have, as far as Mr. Parker can tell, and he really thinks it will be 2A.
Yeah. Well, I know, I think initially when Lindsay Lane, was going to play big boy football.
Right.
We were thinking we were going to be 1A. And you could probably compete in 1A with, 15, 16, 17 kids. And then we were like one or two kids above the threshold. It was at the very bottom as far as numbers wise in 2A. And we're like, wait, hold up. Yeah, you're talking, once you go up every class, that means more numbers and things like that. So much different football in 2A than 1A. Kind of along those lines, if you were playing varsity right now, you'd be in the region. I think you were set to be in the region, that 2A Region 8 with Winston County, Decatur Heritage, Lexington, Red Bay, Tanner, Tharpton. Pretty good slate there for 2A football in this area, but still there's some games, even with the team that I seen last year, that I thought they could have been competitive in 2 or 3 of those games in their area right now, even if they were playing varsity with the players that you would have had last year.
And that's the point we want to get to by the 4th ball game, and they've been with me and know the way we want to do things, and getting better. I feel decently that we would have an opportunity to compete. Yeah.
I think so too. Now, again, you don't know if you'll still be in that same area. Again, you'll probably still be 2A, but the way they move teams around, it may be one of those teams that's just way off on the edge of your area that gets bumped over into another area, and then you pull somebody from, say, over east. And so I just know from my kids being in Ardmore, every 2 years you're like, okay, are we picking up anybody? Who we dropping? And sometimes you'll drop an opponent that you're like, dang, I wish we wouldn't have dropped that one.
I know.
And you picked up an opponent, and you're like, well, I wish we wouldn't have picked up Hoover, but we did, so here we are. So I know you guys will be kind of looking for that announcement from the state in December, like everybody, all the coaches are at that time of year. But in the meantime, like when are you guys going to be able to get rolling playing? I know most varsity games are starting on, I think, the 22nd or 23rd that week. Are you guys starting that week or a couple weeks later?
On 25th. It'll be on Monday.
Gotcha. Who you playing?
West Limestone.
At home or?
At home.
Gotcha. And so be looking forward for that schedule. I'm sure you can find out all of that information on any of their Facebook posts. Just in regards to your own coaching style and preference, I know you've mentioned defense 100 times already, and so I'm probably going to go ahead and answer this question for you. If I ask Jimmy Don Nave if he's an offensive guy or a defensive guy, I'm going to be willing to bet he's a defensive guy.
I am.
Yeah. Who's going to be calling offensive plays? I know small football, you kind of have to wear 2 or 3 different hats, special teams, all of that stuff. You got somebody to help you call plays, or you going to kind of stay on both sides of the ball?
I'll probably be on both sides, but I've got Adam Welburn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he coaches softball,
right?
Yep.
But he's got a little background in football.
Yeah.
And I think he started at Austin, where he coached a little bit, and he was around some good players and good coaches. So
right, and Austin 7A
7
over in Decatur. Yep.
So he's come on board to help, and it's as you and I were talking a little while ago, it's hard to get, and we will, but get some more coaches, and get them on staff and get this thing rolling the right way. But it's just going to take time with everything we're doing.
Right. So have you ever done anything like this? I know at Whitesburg you said you were year 2, so you got a little experience, but kind of, and again, we mentioned Lindsay Lane's been playing a little football for probably a decade now, kind of, 7-man stuff in middle school and JV. Have you ever really taken a program from scratch and been like, all right, here we go?
I have not. New experience.
Yeah. Fun so far?
Oh, it has. I mean, and it's good, and it's the mindset has to change, a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, are you committed to what we're trying to do here?
Yeah.
And so you get the right mindset. I think we'll be okay. We just work habit has to change a lot.
Right. Well, that's something I hear. We interview coaches and talk to coaches and stuff in all different sports all the time, and you hear culture.
Oh, yeah.
And reoccurring theme is folks know when they get to a program if there was a bad culture or just some things that they wanted to fix, and you can really tell those things pretty quickly.
Right. Well, and I'm going to tell you that the school, the staff, all the people, they are super excited about getting football started.
Yeah.
They've been wanting it a long time.
Right. And, been heading in that direction for a few years now, but I think they can see the light, or we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Right. Like, hey, man, we're almost there. We're 1 year away from turning the lights on a Friday night.
That's right.
And speaking of that, I know the Christian Academy itself, if you don't know, it's kind of down there on the corner of Hines Street and Sandifer, the high school campus. They just recently built a new gym called the MAC, which is kind of named after a good friend of ours, Dusty McLemore, kind of the founder of Lindsay Lane Christian Academy, and put a lot of new classrooms in that building as well. They've purchased some property, got a lot of area for growth there at Lindsay Lane. Future's bright. Is some of that discussion being about the facilities or making some improvements to your football field and things like that?
That's our number one priority.
Yeah.
And we even went. When you come up the back road and you're heading toward the football field, you saw the goalpost that was up there. It looked like it had them at Piney Chapel.
Yeah,
might be before they come.
Yeah, I know the football post.
Wait a minute. Well, I had them taken down, and hopefully this weekend we put the big yellow ones up and get on the right page. And
so you got new goalposts.
Got new goalposts. As the first, that was a big jump.
That's awesome.
So when you look, you look and you say, hey, they got a football field. Well, bleachers is next.
Yeah.
We also got to have a athletic facility that would have dressing rooms, weight room.
Yeah.
And just like football, we're gonna have to take baby steps.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Right.
But I've got to check the old patience button again.
Yeah. Well, you as the head coach, you want to go.
Right
and
now.
Hey, you're worried about, hey, let's get these boys in the weight room, on the field, getting after it and crushing it and building that culture.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, well, we also need some bleachers too, and goalposts and things like that.
Right. Well, the goalposts probably not real important because when you go play another JV team, they say, hey, you want to kick?
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to cover on the kickoff. You're not going to cover on the punt.
Right.
Now, you might kick extra point.
Yeah. Now, is this, speaking of that, I've had kids come through football and play a lot of JV football. Is that something both coaches talk about before every game, or is it just kind of understood we're not kicking extra points in JV?
Every game. It'll be discussed. I mean,
gotcha.
And it's not like I'm going to get a phone call or whatever.
Yeah.
But when I show up over there, hey, because you won't kick or
gotcha.
We don't want to.
I know about the only time in the last few years I've seen any kicking when we play Giles County, Tennessee, they may have to, I don't know. But they'll kick field goals. But there's nobody trying to block the field goals.
No, everything's dead.
Yes. And sometimes you'll do some kickoffs every once in a while, but it's a dead kickoff.
You can run the guys out there. It looks good.
Yes, it looks great. And then everybody, all the mamas in the stands are like, what's going on? Get the guy. But they won't let us.
No.
He's fair catching it.
You cover for 10 yards. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I don't know if I've seen any punts.
No.
Yeah, it's just walk it off 30 yards.
Somebody's going to shank one, kick it up in the bleachers.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would probably steer away from the punts. Now, field goals and kickoffs, like I'm always like, man, why don't you just go ahead and it's JV. Someone's going to be doing this at the varsity level next year, so I don't know. But if they ain't going to let you run it back, it ain't going to matter anyway.
No, it doesn't. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're kind of wasting your time.
Yeah.
So getting those goalposts up soon?
Hopefully this weekend.
Like y'all got lights on the football field?
Yes, sir.
Awesome, yeah. Great, man. Y'all rocking and rolling over there.
It's taking shape. It's going to take a minute.
But now, is Sam Brooks visited you over there yet, trying to sell you some gear?
Yeah, too much.
Well, he's got North Alabama on lockdown.
Yeah, he does.
Selling gear. So I guess he's probably hooked you up with one of those team stores where everybody can buy Lindsay Lane football gear.
We did that. Yes. Sam's got it, but Sam's good to us.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
He's good to everybody, man.
Yeah, man.
He's great. Which, again, we're good to him, so he's good to us.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? Well, good deal, Coach. Speaking of kind of upcoming things at Lindsay Lane, what are you guys doing right now? Like this week, you guys don't start back to school till next week, or the students?
The students, I think, come toward the end of the week. We worked out Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
We were supposed to work out Thursday morning, but I've got a new teacher orientation I got to go to.
Gotcha.
The next day is a teacher deal.
Yeah.
So we're going to start practice. I wanted it to warm up a little. So we're going to start at 3 o'clock.
Well, I was going to say, it's been a little cool in the area.
I mean, so anyway, we're going to go at 3 o'clock Monday. I mean, it's on from then on.
Yeah, you'll be wide open. How many games you got on your schedule this year?
We got 7, and I will know in just a little while when Ms. Ellison gives me a word. We have a chance for an 8th, and I can't say anything about it yet.
Gotcha. Okay. Playing any teams in the county? I guess
all of them except
the ones who may not have JV teams, smaller ones.
That's only one.
Tanner. Clement's got JV.
Yes.
Good. Awesome. That'll be good for your program, man.
Yeah.
Playing local teams.
You play up, and
that's going to help you when you start to play varsity, and your boys have been playing 4A, 5A schools the whole time in JV. Yeah. They're going to be accustomed to the expectation.
We got West, Ardmore, East, all in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So that will, there'll be times that they'll be tested enough to be familiar with a Friday night.
Right.
And a lot of these, I know that Ardmore has a lot of players.
Mm-hmm.
East Limestone has a lot of players.
Yep.
So, and West Limestone's proof in the pudding. They've been pretty stout for the last several years.
That's right. Sure are. Good program. All right, Coach. Last question in regards to kind of all that serious stuff. Do you have one golden coaching nugget quote, maybe that an old coach that you played for drilled in your head, maybe something that a colleague has shared with you at some point in time through the years that stuck with you, maybe a quote you share a lot with your own teams or players that's really been fundamental in your programs or your coaching styles?
I have a couple, and kind of live by this.
Yeah.
If you're early, you're on time.
If you're early, you're on time.
And if you're on time, you're late. And anything after that's unacceptable.
Anything after that, you're running.
That's right. So, I mean, and I had to emphasize that again in a little on our app this morning. Football practice starts at 3.
Yep.
We're going to be on the field ready to practice at 3.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm going to stand out there and wait for y'all to come on. Y'all come on. No.
Yeah.
We're going to hit it.
Yep. I appreciate that because I'm the same guy. Like, on time for me is 10 to 15 minutes
I've
early.
I've always been that way.
There's a lot of people here that I work with that think a little differently.
Yeah.
That if their on time is like 3 minutes late, and that drives me nuts.
And don't think nothing about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, their time's a lot more important than everybody else's time. So anyway, okay, that's quote number one. What you got? Quote? You said you had another one.
Well, when all else fails, and you know this as a former player, you can always get a guy's attention when you hit him on the chin.
Yeah.
Early on.
Mm-hmm.
And often, then it actually ends up being tough man contest or who's going to give up first.
Yeah.
So, that's the thing that our kids have got to understand, and I've seen it a lot. Set the tone.
Yeah.
Bottom line, set the tone. If you want to go out and be competitive with these guys, you got to get after them.
Yeah. I've heard that similar quote, and I'll probably mess it up, but something along the lines of everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
That's it.
And
that's what I'm talking about.
Same
then
thing.
You go,
You're like, oh, wait, this kid's wanting to play. This kid's just punched me in the throat. Snap number 1.
Yes.
And the ball wasn't even coming this direction, and I'm over here on my back.
As a coach, and then I mentioned this to you earlier, you kicking the ball off to a team, and you look up, and one of your kids not only did he get hit, he got hit up.
Decleated,
and he was like a helicopter,
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah, we in trouble with that.
Look out, boys.
Yeah, we were talking earlier before we started recording about some local teams. We've mentioned one of them already that it doesn't matter what you walk out there on the field. It could be a bunch of 5'6", 100-pound kids.
Doesn't matter.
If I can tell by the name on that jersey, as soon as that ball snaps, they are going to light you up. All 11 kids, and it doesn't matter which side of the ball. Doesn't matter if the ball's on the other side of the field or where. You better have your head on a swivel because you about to get lit up.
Get ready to play.
And you know those programs.
Right.
And that's the kind of program that I'm assuming you're wanting to build.
I would love to have that. And and it's not because I'm not going to try to get you to that. So
yeah,
we're going to try.
All right, Coach, we're going to move into our quick hitters section. I'm just going to throw some and/ors out there or ask you just a simple question, and you just give me the best answer or first answer that comes to your mind. You ready?
All right, let's go.
First question, Roll Tide or War Eagle?
Roll Tide.
I like it. Want to elaborate at all on that or just keep on rolling to keep the peace?
Keep the peace.
Question number 2, a field goal to win or a pick six to seal the victory?
Pick six.
Because you're a defensive guy. I knew that was coming. Question number 3, 100 degrees or snow?
100 degrees.
You'd rather, if you have the options of playing football in 100 degrees or snow, you're taking 100 degrees?
I am.
Yeah, I'm a summer guy too. Now, I love watching the snow games. Like a lot of them late NFL games will have a lot of snow. I love watching it on TV. I hate being a parent or a fan at those games because I've been a parent or a fan at those games, and it's terrible.
Yeah, but and you know the footing not good. You quality of football is going to be different.
Yep.
You know, and I mean I understand you're going to be hot, but you know you got we're going to keep you hydrated.
That's right. And I learned from a previous employer, hydration starts at home.
Yes.
So if you're not already hydrated come Friday night or Monday night or Tuesday night, you ain't been doing the right things at the house.
That's right.
Question number 4, old school or new technology?
Old school.
Would you say that applies also to coaching and things that you may in the future try to use? Like I see, I just got back to football, high school football, probably 6 years ago now. My oldest son, he was a freshman, and so kind of got back involved with it. And I noticed a lot of new technology that I was unaware of, especially at the high school level. We've got TV screens on the sideline and tablets that we're looking back and doing all those stuff. Are you in on those if you have access to it, or what?
Yeah, I would love to. You know, I would like. And we will in time.
Yeah.
On the film practice.
Right.
You know, and you got schools that use the
drones.
West Morgan's got them over. Ardmore may have them. I don't know.
So,
I mean, that is a great tool because you got a kid that will make excuse for everything. Mm-hmm. But what that eye in the sky does not lie.
That's right. We got it on film, buddy.
See, I'm going to show you right here.
That's right. All right, question number 5, favorite athlete of all time?
Earl Campbell.
Earl Campbell. Is that SMU?
Texas.
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 Yes. Running back.
Yes.
What number was he?
32.
What number were you at Clements?
I'm not going to tell you because you wouldn't believe it.
Why? What number?
That was before the State Department said, hey, running back has got to be from 0 to 49.
So that was before the state regulated numbers.
I was number 60.
You said all-state running back at Clements wearing number 60.
I believe if you do a little research.
Yeah.
It might be the next year. State Department passed a thing that
running backs had to be 40.
50 to 79.
Yeah.
You can't run football.
Man, that's fun. That would have been fun seeing somebody run the ball 25 times a game wearing number 60.
That's what it was.
That's great. So Earl Campbell was number 32, running back at Texas, big-time football player. All right, greatest team that you have ever coached?
1994.
That would have been it.
Tanner.
One of them Tanner teams.
Had an opportunity to win it all.
Yep. And how far did you go?
Semifinal.
Went to semi. Who put you out?
Gordo. 9-8.
At Gordo or at Tanner?
At Gordo.
Nice.
That's all you need. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We know what happened.
Yeah, you don't need.
Did Gordo win it that year?
Clay County beat them.
Ah, okay.
And here was what was the best part. And I'll think about this the rest of my life. We beat them. We're going to play for a state championship at Tanner.
Man, also that
was
before they started going to the Tuscaloosa's, Auburn's, and now
right.
Birmingham, UAB, Legion Field, all that stuff.
Right.
Man, that would have been fun.
Man,
that's what we kind of one of the things that we talk about at Ardmore. Ardmore's never hosted a playoff game in their history. They've only been to playoffs 6 times. Snyder's been there 2 in his first 4 years, and so that's what we kind of continue to tease all the players. They've always wanted us to paint the end zones, and we tell them if you will host a home game, because we'll paint the end zones.
Well,
Tanner's hosted a few.
Oh, yeah, several. I checkerboard the end zone one time, green and white, like Tennessee does there.
Yeah,
and but here's and there's a lot of people that know this that came to the game, heard about it. We played Hazelwood.
Yeah.
We beat them down there at their place.
Yeah. In a regular season.
We had to play them the third round of the playoffs. And we played them at home.
Mm-hmm.
You know the road in the west end zone down there?
Yeah.
The sheriff blocked it off, put bleachers in the road.
Yeah.
Amazing. And
yeah.
There was, you couldn't hardly get in. We had, the sheriff department had to open the way up for us to get out of the field house to the field.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good stuff. Along that time, it might have been the 95 season. It was one of those. Because my brother still played a few years after I did, so I was still, hanging out at high school football games. Tanner was at Hazelwood.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a playoff game. It could have been regular season. And it was like 10-7 or 7-6 or something was the final. But it was nothing but a knockdown, smash mouth, knockdown, drag out. Nobody could score. Everybody was just knocking everybody's heads off every play.
We were up on them.
Yeah.
Last play of the game. Hail Mary. Their quarterback connected. They beat us. Clock ran out.
What was the score? Do you remember?
It had been 12-7.
Yeah, that might have been what it was. I knew it was pretty close. That was, hey, buddy, that was good football back in those days, Coach. And, hey, there's still teams playing good football.
Yeah, man. It's things are good.
Yep. All right, greatest team you ever coached. You said the 1994 Tanner Rattlers.
Right.
And last question I got for you. Greatest play call of all time. Your greatest, and it may probably you would have been a defensive play call. I'm not sure. You may have called a play on offense, but greatest play call you've ever called. one single place stick out to you and you're like, man, that's awesome?
All right, we'll refer back to when we were playing Hazelwood there.
Yep.
In overtime.
Yep.
We lost the toss.
Mm-hmm.
So they made us take a ball first.
Yep. Now you're getting the ball on the 2 or 3.
3.
Getting the ball on the 3. Got to score, and then you'll have the opportunity for the 2-point conversion. That's high school overtime rules.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it was 3rd. I don't know. I think they called it a timeout. 3rd and 2.
Yeah. Get 4 plays to score.
Yep. And just out of the blue, I thought, okay, I've been within the framework of everything that they expect.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do a little different here.
Yeah.
I ran a naked bootleg.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my quarterback was a 4-4 sprinter.
Yeah.
Well, they had Courtney Rose over there that played at Auburn. He was 4-4 sprinter.
Yep.
So he faked the toss and put the ball on his hip and hit it away from him, just watched. But I had him a relief valve in the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
Never saw him. He took a ball and laid out starting about the 3-yard line and scored.
Yeah.
And, we had ran reverses. We've done everything to try to ran a little option, everything, to try to shake them up. But those guys, they were good, but we were too.
Yeah.
But that's the only, I don't want to talk about some of the plays.
Yeah, those wouldn't have been the greatest ones. Those are the ones that all the coaches always remember.
Yes, they go.
They're like, if I had of.
Yes.
Or why did I call that? That's the ones they always bring up.
Or your opponent said, God, that guy's an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah, or afterwards, the other coach is like, man, what was you thinking?
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I just lost it.
Yep. Well, Coach, man, I appreciate you coming on the show. Anything you want to tell anybody out there about your program, any kind of needs you got, or, need any volunteers to help you cut the grass or line fields off or anything like that?
Well, we always need help. We're going to have Monday, I'm going to have it painted, and we're going to try to keep up with the painting, just trace the line, don't want to have to pull a string.
Oh, yeah.
And anybody that wants to get hot and come out and get a little exercise, you get that paint machine all you want.
Yep. So if you got kids up there at the Christian Academy, Lindsay Lane Christian Academy, or, hey, you just in the community and want to do some community service, reach out to Coach Jimmy Don Nave at Lindsay Lane Christian Academy. He can get you some time in there doing some things, help your community out, or, again, if you got kids there, help you school out. Appreciate you being on, Coach. Looking forward to football season. I know you are, as well as everybody else in Limestone County, and we'll be keeping everybody up to date on how you guys are doing too through your JV season, and then looking forward to that 26 fall season where you guys will be full steam ahead playing varsity football at Lindsay Lane Christian Academy. Hope you have a fantastic day. Keep listening. We'll be back in about, me and Jay will be on the air here in about 3 weeks. Full steam ahead football, Limestone County High School football roundup. We'll be doing that every week. Appreciate you, Coach. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Have a good day. God bless.
Thank you.